this is the tutorial from the July 2018 Silhouette Life Inspiration Box for the cotton headband with white HTV. It's Premium Plus HTV is what it's called. So those are the two items you're going to need from your box. It's the Stahls Premium Plus HTV in matte white, and then the cotton headband from Craft Chameleon. So now that you have those, let's open up our design studio. So my tutorial is here and my design studio is pulled up. So now what we're going to do, this one also doesn't have a link at the bottom because it's a create your own whatever you want on this headband. So I'm going to do my sister-in-law. She's 7 and she's more likely to wear this than I am. So I'm going to do Millie, and I want to show you a really cool website called Word Market. So all of the fonts that I have on my computer, unless it's not going to work. Okay, so it doesn't like that. I gotta change my internet settings. We just set it up recently and it's blocking all sorts of things. So anyway, I was gonna show you Word Market. Shows you all the fonts and you can type in what you want to see. I already know Cotton Candy is like one of my favorite ones, especially for stuff like this. So the only thing with Cotton Candy is you have to weld it. So I welded it and then you want to group it. So now I have this for her and I'm gonna scroll down into this and she talks about the size of it. So she said hers was 1.5 inches tall and about 6.3 inches wide. She said she would recommend 6 inches and under. So I'm going to go over here to the transform. Oh no, wrong one, this one. And we are going to do 1.5 inches tall, so 1.5. And then we are going to do about 5.9. Let's do 8 to be safe. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. And we're going to flip the image so you can do the shortcut. Right click, flip horizontally. So then we're going to have that. So the next thing is we're going to click over to our send panel. Heat transfer smooth is the type. Heat transfer smooth, there we go. She changed the blade to a 3 instead of a 2. And it worked like a charm since the vinyl is a little thicker than others we've used in the past. So 3, 8, 4, and 1 pass. And I'm going to move it over so of course we can do a test cut and then we'll cut it out. So let's load it into our machines. So we're ready to cut out our white HTV now. So make sure the shiny side is down. If you want to do it on a mat, that's fine. I chose not to, so I just changed my settings in the design studio to no cutting mat, and then it just edited where the cut lines would be. So I'm just going to line it up with those blue lines on your Cameo and click Load Media and make sure that went in evenly. And for this, we're doing Heat Transfer Smooth with your blade at a 3. And so once you have all of those settings in, I'm going to do a test cut. So you would just click Test on your Silhouette. I'm going to show you to make sure. So we're going to unload it. And then we're going to see if we can weed out where that test cut was. So I'm trying to pick it up right now, and let's see, so it weeded out the whole box, and the triangle inside is cut, but it's a little bit hard to get out. So I'm just going to change the force just a little bit, and then it should be good to go. So I'm going to load that back in, and load media. And then we're going to send this and cut it all out, and then we'll weed all of the designs for the white HTV. So now that it's all cut out, I just unloaded, and now we're ready to weed. So you can see the cut lines when you're looking at it close. So I'm going to cut each section, and then you're just going to want to weed carefully like we did the test cut, so that you don't rip anything and so that you make sure it all cuts out exactly how you want it. So weed that, and then we'll go from there with the projects that use this vinyl. So now with it fully weeded, we are going to line it up on the headband itself. So line up how you want that. So that's about how I want that to look. And then go over to your iron or your heat press, and we're going to need to press it. So the settings that you're going to press this at, sorry I'm just lining up the creases, she did 320 degrees for 15 seconds, and it worked great, but make sure you know it's warm to cold peel. So let it cool off a little bit, then you can start to peel it off. So I'm going to go press it, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's pressed. Okay, so we just pressed it. I just did 320 degrees for 12 seconds, and it turned out great. And look at how good it stretches with that HTV on there. So there is your headband. Let me know if you have any questions.